Hi again, folks. Welcome to another episode of Blue and Gold Talk. This is the video on the channel, if you're new, that I have no clue what I'm going to say. I just start talking Sabres and we talk for a while and then I push it off and I go and I edit the video and I put it out to you. And that's about it, guys. That's about as technical as this video gets. You know, I've been wanting to just get some videos in, and I finally can the last few days. And you know, we're coming around to some pretty important games, right? These games against Toronto, Montreal are so huge because you know they're just so huge at this point. And not even about our record, guys. Really, it's just about getting our dignity back and our play back and all that stuff. You know, we just got to go in. We got to play them hard. And I don't see why, you know, we can't just slap a good game together, because we're so overdue, I think, at this point. I mean, come on. You know, we kind of look like lost last game, I guess would be the polite word to say, lost. But they didn't play terrible. They just looked lost. There wasn't that speed game. Our speed game is gone, guys. It's gone right now. And the good news is, okay, Toronto's not a very physical team. So the good news is Toronto's going to force us into a speed game. This is something that maybe, I need some water, guys. This is a game that maybe they'll help us out of our slump, forcing us into a game like that, because we'll just get into a speed game. I honestly think, you know, that maybe we're about to find out if we have Toronto's number or not, hey? Because if we win this game, can you imagine what the Toronto media is going to do to them? It's just something to think about. I know we're just concerned about winning, but the funny side to this, guys, is that Toronto media is going to destroy them if we win this game. They're going to be all over them. They won't hear the end of it. So, yeah, that would be a fun night if we win. So, you know, I'm just interested in getting back on track. It's not for, you know, and I don't want to sound like I'm avoiding the win question, but guys, it's really, for me, not about winning and losing right now. Really, it's just about how we're playing. I just want to see our play get better, because we were playing pretty good, right, against Carolina and teams like this. And when we weren't winning those games, I think it got into the kids' heads that they're not going to be rewarded even if they play their best. Like, these thoughts will go in their head and that can fester. And then you guys see what's going on right now. So we've just got to snap this, and I'm hoping that I hope it gets ugly. I do. I hope it gets ugly with Toronto. I hope it gets nasty out there. I really do. I hope Lyubushkin. And if anybody's going to start a war between these teams, I'm telling you guys, it's going to be Lyubushkin. He's going to hit his old teammates that he didn't like. I'm sure there's some guys he didn't like. He was pretty quick to sign in Buffalo and not sign there. I mean, Toronto needs a guy like this. So I'm surprised they didn't find a way to sign him somehow. You know, I didn't realize that he was such a physical presence for Toronto, because I don't really watch a lot of Toronto games. I really don't. I watch mostly Edmonton when I watch the Canadian market teams. And of course I watch the Habs also. But really, the Canadian market teams I really watch are Edmonton, Montreal. I don't really watch the Leafs. Not much. I mean, sometimes I'll watch them if they're on, you know, just to root against them. So it's no, I guess that's about the only thing I can tell you. But look, if we can go in there, guys, and take this game, look, it's not going to resolve anything except that we can breathe a bit and try to look at our record and say, okay, we're really not out of it, you know, right now. Because if this slump continues and festers for another few weeks, we go, let's say, 1-5-1 our next 7 games from this point on, I don't know. How many games do we have to win after that to even talk about playoffs, right? It's kind of gone at that point. I want to float around 500 at least right now till we get this resolved. I want to float around 500. 500 is a magic number, so if we can float around, just float around it. A game under, a game over, just float around it for now till we get our game back. Because right now, I just want to see the boys get their game back, and then we'll worry about the wins then, for me. You know, I know you guys want them now. Some of you don't. I don't care. Let's say some do. Some are like dying for them to win a game. I'm one of those guys. It's, you know, I think honestly, if we can come out, and I'm not going to hope for a high hitting game from them. I'm just not, guys. I know I just did that video about hitting, but that's just one of those things. I think it's off the table. Till we learn our lesson, you know, till we understand that hitting's part of the game. You know, when people say there's this non-hitting league now, well, that St. Louis Blues team wasn't too long ago, so it's just not true. Go look at Colorado's hits in the playoffs. It's just not true. What you have to do is you have to get a team that plays the 60 minutes of everything. You know, and I'm not talking we got to bring up goons, no. Gary Bettman's done his best to get rid of enforcers in this league, but there's no reason we can't go out there and play hard. You know, we do have a mean streak when we get angry. I mean, look at that one game this year against Pittsburgh. We had 44 hits in that game. I believe it was Pittsburgh, right? 44-43. So, you know, their Sabres are capable. It's the way they were being coached, really. And I am not here to take any shots at Granato because what he's turned Tage into is incredible. So, Granato has his upswing, guys. He has his upswing, and we got to be patient and all that stuff. But I'm really hoping, guys, we snap this tomorrow. Really. I really want to report on a win. I'm sick and tired of having to turn on the camera and start talking about losses every time. I'm sick of it. It's not just these last 7 games. It's been going on with this channel from its start almost because, you know, we're in the low era of our history, and finally we showed some real good promise this year. Those first 10 games, you know, but there were things lingering I didn't want to mention, but there were things lingering. The defensive play, the lack of hitting, there's things lingering, and all we would need to do is have subpar goaltending, and then the next thing you know, we're in a mess. So this is kind of what's happened. UPL, hopefully we'll see them very soon. I hope they don't do the Anderson thing and say, okay, we'll put in UPL now, right away. Put him in right away. Put him in for both games. Even if he gets shelled in Toronto, put him in again. Give him a chance. God, I want to see this kid get a chance in nets. I don't want to go this route of hoping that, you know, we got to wait for Devin Levi. Like, I really want to get something going now. So give him every chance to win or lose this chance, like or succeed or fail, I should say. Let him have every chance of succeeding or failing. If he does that, then we'll be good. We'll be good after that. I'm fine. Whatever happens, happens. But at least we'll have an answer as fans. This UPL thing, it hangs over our heads like, you know, like, is he going to play or not? Is he ever going to be a Sabre or not? It's long overdue at this point, I think, that he gets a chance. So hopefully they're just going to leave him in, throw him into the fire, and we'll see what happens, guys. All right. I just wanted to chit-chat a bit before the game. I'm a little nervous for tomorrow's game. But win or lose, you know, we'll talk about it. I'm just, I just don't want to lose to Toronto. I just don't want to lose to Toronto. I want to end this against Toronto. Would be kind of sweet. So we'll see tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm half awake. I'm blabbing. I'm going to knock it there. I'll get these 2 videos up to you. I'll see you folks tomorrow. Have a good one.